Don't cry. We're on the air.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna. I fucking promised you it wouldn't, and I'm not.
You promised Chewy.
I'm not.
Ryan, why are you talking to your dog?
Acting. Okay.
Did you say acting?
I said acting because I'm terrible at it.
Acting.
Okay,
send you to classes.
Thank you. Are there any? Do you think actually we would see some Kingdom Hearts characters in Wreck-It Ralph 2? Would that be weird?
I don't think that's not possible.
But I also don't know if it's as possible because obviously we know Wreck-It Ralph's going to be in Kingdom Hearts 3, but vice versa. I don't know. That's either way. Okay, what games would you like to see referenced in this?
Well, so some of my favorites were already in the first one, like Street Fighter, and obviously some Nintendo games
Halo,
and
didn't
stuff.
They? Or no? Maybe they just had a Halo Light game.
I don't remember that, but I think it would be really cool if we saw like God of War. Some more Street Fighter would be cool if they even just like brought some even more like classics in.
Was Mega Man in the first one? Because he should be in this one if he wasn't in the first one.
See, a lot of them, like, there were some mascot characters in the first one, but it was mostly like Hubert. Like, was Pac-Man in it?
Maybe?
First one?
I need to rewatch that shit.
Yeah, I need to rewatch it too. The ghosts were in there. I think Pac-Man was in there.
Yeah, the ghosts
too.
were in there. I definitely remember that.
Yeah. I don't know. There's so much. But yeah, it's been so long.
Zangief was in there, right?
Zangief was in there. I think M. Bison was in there too.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of good ones. I'm excited about it. Oh, and it has every single Disney princess in the trailer.
Yeah, the Disney princesses, and that scene was actually really, really good.
There's a lot of well done scenes. I mean, from the first trailer, there was that one about with the fucking online mobile game. So mobile gaming is obviously going to be in this one a little bit.
The one with the bunny and the pancakes.
Yeah, with the bunny and the fucking pancakes.
That one was funny.
So yeah, I don't know. I'm excited about it. That's just another quick one-off topic.
Well, who would you want to see in it?
Well, Mega Man. I definitely mentioned that. I mean, I would love that. Trying to think other.
Maybe some classic Final Fantasy characters.
Gears of War. Gears of War would be cool too.
Gears of War, really? And Wreck-It Ralph?
Yeah, I mean, like, don't show fucking them cutting the other dudes in half, but I mean, at least have like Marcus Phoenix run by and be a dickhead or something. I don't know. But it definitely is going to have a lot of Disney-esque references because they go like Disney part.
What about like the Rabbids?
You think they're popular enough?
Yeah. Why not? It'd be like having the Minions or something. But by the way, that would be funny too. Get the Minions in there.
That is DreamWorks or some shit, isn't it?
Oh, is it? It's one of those guys.
Yeah, and it's not owned by Disney. You thought Despicable Me was fucking made by Disney?
I mean, they're gonna have everything in the goddamn movie.
You use that GD word way too much.
Do I?
No, goddamn it! Let's just fucking move on. Okay, so franchises. We wanted this section to be essentially. We want to discuss franchises that could be remade because their gameplay might be a little bit outdated, and it could be remade in the same vein as God of War, and meaning like a new style, bring it to a new audience, and doing like a soft reboot for the series. Because God of War, it's a continuation, it's a sequel to the original trilogy, but it essentially is a soft reboot.
More or less.
Right off the bat, because it was a similar style game to God of War, and I love the characters and the universe. I talked about I Love Demons way back a couple weeks ago in relation to that vampire game. I was like, if it was a game where you're playing as a demon, I'm all about it. And on this game, you actually play a half demon, half human, named Dante, and this would be what, Fred?
Devil May Cry.
Devil May motherfucking Cry. It's one of my favorite games growing up. It's not that it hasn't aged well. It's just that game style is no longer that, like, I don't know, 5 to 10 hour games that's just fast-paced action shooter, beat 'em up, hack and slash is just not as popular nowadays. So in order for Devil May Cry, because I think it's a great franchise, in order for that franchise to come back, they have to reinvent themselves. I would immediately think that Capcom wants to do something in the similar vein of the new God of War. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so too. And I also think you brought this up before too, like a Ninja Gaiden reboot in this. And I mean, when you say in this style, basically what
it doesn't have to be like a follow behind. So I just mean like bring it to a different genre of gaming.
Right, like reboot it and don't just do the same thing that you've always done.
I mean, technically, if you think about it, Metroid Prime did that by bringing the Metroid series to the FPS. There's been a couple series that have done that.
I think the next Metroid that we're going to be seeing at E3, or hopefully seeing at
Prime
E3.
4.
Yeah, hopefully that's even, more different than where they were going before, too.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been since GameCube, or is it the Wii, original Wii? One of them had
it was the
Metroid
Wii.
Prime
I don't
3. But I will say that, Tomb Raider kind of did that. It was a little bit less of a complete, overhaul of the genre, but I mean, it was closer to the action camera-wise. It was a little bit grittier. It was a better story.
I still don't think Tomb Raider ever did anything that made people say, like, all right, this is so new and so different that you have to play it. And
exactly. I mean, everybody loves those games, like the new series. They're about to release the third one, I think, this year. But you're right. I mean, God of War got so much praise because it was like this totally overhauled the series, and it was amazing.
Right, and it just did a lot for that style of game as well, like the third-person kind of puzzle adventure, hack and slash kind of game.
Yeah, a very it's like linear but openly linear, meaning that you have the scope at least is there, even though it's kind of a linear game still.
Yeah, and it would be cool. Like, yeah, as much as like I've said in the past that I'm not a huge fan of Devil May Cry, it would be cool to see them do something new with that. Ninja Gaiden would be really cool as well. There's a lot, like, in that ninja genre, there's a ton, I think, that could be better about it or could have been better about it in the past. And I would like to see, like, what they can do now with all the ideas, with all these great ideas, that people have.
Well, and then they I don't know if you remember, they tried redoing Devil May Cry a couple years ago, but it didn't change.
It was just a new coat of paint, wasn't it?
Exactly. That's what it kind of seemed like. And I heard it wasn't. It was all right. It got decent reviews, but it wasn't something that everyone was just like, oh my god. So Devil May Cry 4 came out in 2008. I did see online that Devil May Cry 5 is registered as a domain through Capcom. So it looks like they're going to completely ignore. It was actually called DMC Devil May Cry. Fuck that.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you might as well be Fred on the podcast saying DLC 5 minutes after he says he's not going to say it.
Damn.
Yeah, you fucked that one up. So anyway, I don't know. I hope, even though it's called Devil May Cry 5, I hope that it is a soft reboot.
Yeah.
We'll see. And I mean, I agree with you with the Ninja Gaiden. I think Ninja Gaiden games were cool as shit. Because essentially, if you think of the last version of Ninja Gaiden, that remade the genre from the 2D 8-bit style, like original OG Ninja Gaiden. So I mean, they already reinvented that series. I'm sure they can do it again.
And they did it well. Like, it was pretty good.
Right. I heard it was gory.
Or at least
at
the time it was.
I know the first one was great. I don't know how. Some people said I think the second one was fucking hard. I don't remember. But the last one, Ninja Gaiden 3, came out in 2012. I don't know if they've had one since. They had, yeah.
I don't think so. I don't recall. But I think at that point, like, they'd rebooted the series already, and then, like,
they made 3, and it was just kind of like,
you didn't need more, of that.
Oh, God. Ninja Gaiden 3 got a 3 out of 10. What the fuck on IGN? Holy shit.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Let me look at the first one, though. The first one got an 8.5. So, oh my God, they fucked up bad.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I haven't heard anything about that series.
Some other little mentions that just come to mind. It would be cool to see, like, a Maximo, or I know we mentioned this a lot, but Medieval. Something like that. Tenchu would be really cool, if Ninja Gaiden is like the arcadier version of, I mean, Tenchu's kind of arcadey, but still it's like more stealth, a little slower pace. That would be cool too.
Another one I would love to see kind of rebooted into something. I think it was a good series of games. Actually, I have two. One just came to my mind right when I was thinking about this one. So first one is Prince of Persia.
Oh yeah. I think we mentioned that when we were talking about Ubisoft.
Oh yeah, that they own the rights to that. So I hope that they do something. I mean, that could be one I could see them adjusting. What was the original Prince of Persia even like? It was just a third-person kind of game, right? Action game. It had that time travel.
Yeah,
reverse
the time rewinding.
Yeah. Aspect to at least the first one, and then the second one I was thinking of, Legacy of Kain. Because Legacy of Kain was a game where you played as Kain, he was like a vampire or some shit. Then there was Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver that was super popular on the PlayStation.
Yeah.
I believe 1 days. Then they eventually came together, so you were playing as Kain and the dude from Soul Reaver, and it was like a co-op game. Either way, and the guy from Soul Reaver looked badass. Like, he was one of the at the time in the late 90s, early 2000s when that shit was coming out, he was like the face of some of the gaming at that time.
Yeah. People loved that character like that. Like,
and so is he a part vampire as well? I don't fucking remember. Like,
well, he like sucks your soul out of you. So the original game, he sucks your blood because he's literally a vampire. I still have that, by the way.
That's when you're playing as Kane. Okay.
And then then it was Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver. Then there was a Soul Reaver 2 as well.
Right, there was. Then there was Blood Omen, which is where you went back to playing as Kane.
Are you sure Blood Omen wasn't the first one?
Oh, sorry. It was Blood Omen 2 was whenever you go back to playing as Kane. Then there's Legacy of Kain Defiance, which is where you have both characters. And then they had one called Nosgoth, which was a free-to-play multiplayer game in the series. I guess it didn't do that well.
I've never even heard of that one.
It was shut down in 2016. So, yeah. So the last one had all of them together, and that would have been the 5th title in the series. But we haven't heard that from that since 2003. That was the last one that... Holy shit. The last one came out in 2003. And I remember that series like it was yesterday where it was so popular. Yeah, I want a new Legacy of Kain. It is, I don't know who is... Okay, Square Enix actually is the publisher that owns the rights to that now.
To Legacy of Kain?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean...
And they're having a press conference
we probably won't see it this year, but...
At some point in the future. So they took over in 2009 of the series, and there's been no fucking talk. Unless you're talking about... Oh, sorry, their first game with it was that Nosgoth game. That was the multiplayer one. I'd never even heard of that shit.
Yeah, I'd never heard of that either.
Okay, so it says, however, Nosgoth was never officially released. It began production with open beta in 2015. Yeah, so it never even got released, and they shut it down. So Square Enix has failed to make a Legacy of Kain game since they took over the rights. Interesting.
Did you say interesting? Or did you say interesting?
So what I said was... Okay, so what I said was interesting, and what I meant to say was interesting.
Wait, I'm mixing them.
I understand you probably would do that. Your brain, it seems, just takes a little bit longer to comprehend and process things. You think I'm saying interesting. I actually was saying interesting.
So you were saying... We'll talk about this off the show.
Okay, yeah,
we'll talk
I think
about
that's probably for the best, Fred. We don't want to hurt your little delicate snowflake feelings on the fucking show.
We don't have to go there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you never want to go there. I've noticed that you never want to go there, do you?
I never do?
I don't think you do you?
Maybe I don't.
Maybe you will. Maybe you won't.
Maybe I won't. Maybe I will.
Maybe you won't. Maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you shouldn't.
Have you been playing any Fortnite? You haven't been playing any Fortnite.
I haven't been playing Fortnite. No. Where the fuck's that coming from? Trying to scold me for not playing Fortnite?
Yeah. Everyone's playing,
you want to get on my shit?
Why aren't you playing?
You trying to get on my dick, motherfucker? I'm just saying, I have not been playing it. Calm the fuck down and shut the fuck up.
Calm down, shut the fuck up.
I don't know what that was, but I like it.
All right, next segment.
Okay, yeah, so we're done with that topic. I just think there's a lot of interesting games from our youth that can be reimagined.
Yeah, I agree. And which can allow us to segue into our next segment, which is... Should we name this segment?
You name it whatever the fuck you want, sweetheart.
Ramba-Bamba-Boombie.
Ramba-Bamba-Boombie it is. Everybody, welcome to Ramba-Bamba-Boombie. We're not talking about breasts or pooping.
I didn't say booby, I said boombie.
Well,
Ramba-Bamba-Boombie.
The song still stays.
This segment, in Ramba-Bamba-Boombie, we talk about what it's like gaming in our 30s compared to our youth.
What a stupid name, but I love it. I don't know how you're going to fucking spell it, but that should be the name of the episode. Episode 15, Ramba-Bamba-Boombie. Fucking put it up there like that. Yeah, I bet you would. I bet you will.
So, yeah. So, we should start. I think when we were kids, we probably played games like most kids do now, which is like basically any waking moment that we're not at school or doing something our parents are forcing us to do.
Yeah. I mean, I tried to have some sort of active youth. But I mean, well, and part of the reason I was outside so much was because my brothers were the ones that got the fucking gaming systems, and I had to like have sloppy seconds or play it
Or, like,
whenever.
wait